Hello everybody, it's Jeanette again. Today I have a design team project using my lovely design team items from Lavish Laces. I've not only used the items from this month's package, but I've incorporated past items from different kits as well. All these things, all the laces and trims and the beautiful vintage papers are available from Lavish Laces, and I will put all the details underneath this video, so if you're interested in anything, you can pop along. There's also a coupon code down there as well to help out. So this is the cover. I've actually made the cover using a vintage hanging file folder. A vintage, I mean, it's probably about 30-40 years old. It's quite an old one. Lovely color though. So I've doubled that to make the cover. I've used a lovely cabinet card from Lavish Laces along with rag book paper, French rag book paper. I've used an old game scorecard, some lovely petals. What else? A little ticket down the bottom here. Laces from Lavish Laces. It's actually covered with some beautiful lace from Lavish Laces. A little bit of linen in there. The side is a lace trim from Lavish Laces. And that's the back as well, covered. Just lets that cardboard pop through. It looks really lovely. Put just a couple of sample pieces of lace and then my logo on the back. I have some cotton fabric to tie the closure together. A little bulb pin with a mother of pearl, really pretty one. It's got a flower design on it, a petal and an offcut of trim from Lavish Laces. And the size of the journal is, it's 9 inches by 5 inches, and it has a 1.5 inch spine. It consists of approximately 64 pages with 2 signatures and a hollow spine. I've left threads, and this is not something I normally do. If I leave them, I usually only leave them about 1 inch at the longest. But I thought I'd just leave them a bit longer. Some people like them quite long. And if you don't like them long, you can just trim them down at your own leisure. So, but it's something I'm not used to having all these threads. You can see them, all the threads coming off down there. But a lot of people like it, so I thought I'd give it a go. Inside I have a pocket. I have lined the inside with a sheet of paper from a previous kit. It's absolutely beautiful. It's Frank Garcia paper. I have beautiful laces. I've gone over the edge of this vintage paper with another piece of vintage paper and zigzagged it on just to give it a little bit more strength. Lots of machine stitching, patching of the rag book paper as well. I've made a tag. I have used some of my own decorative papers in here, but all the vintage papers are from Lavish Laces. Just made a little topper with one of the rice paper, I think it is. Let me just have a look. Onion skin paper that I had. I just ruffled it up and used that on the tag with a flower, piece of lace and a beautiful mother of pearl button. All the tags are stitched as well. That's just a postcard that you could use. A little scorecard in there with some German tape measure paper and beautiful lace trims. Another little pocket and a card. All this book paper is the rag book paper. Love the papers. Lots of room for journaling. That's how I do my journals. Beautiful sweet little lace there stitched on. There's a huge tag, and this is some, what is it? I kept the thing out so I could tell you. It is decoupage paper from Stamperia. It came in one of my previous kits, so I used that on a couple of the tags. I cut out a flower image and put it on there as well. This is made from a time card. It's got a little pocket in the back there and covered in vintage paper on the back as well, so you can write on it. A little tag there covered in the same vintage paper. A beautiful lace ruff, just runched up. That is just a tuck spot. It's not a tuck spot up there, but it's just a little tuck spot there. Stitching on the pages. I put a little memory card because in one of the other previous kits I received, I got these keepsake envelopes. So I used a couple in this particular journal, and I've just put some of the fabric flower petals in here. I think they're hydrangea petals, and I've used some throughout the book as well. Just a little cluster, little laundry label, that's from Lavish Laces as well. A little bit of fabric with a cross stitch I did on it, and a little snippet of the lace. Some beautiful lace pocket here. I used a little bit of lace also, folded it over for a tab. This is just like a card, and I have stitched floral paper inside. You can use this for all your journaling, and it just looks quite pretty coming out that side. Always be careful inserting things, especially if they're not rounded at the bottom when it's going into lace. I do usually, if it's a tag, try and round the bottom of my tags for that reason, but that's a card holder, so it's squared at the bottom. Another tag there made from decorated paper. Beautiful rag book paper and vintage papers again, and lace. Some extra little papers to use at your leisure. Little mother of pearl button, some rag book paper, that is a tuck spot in there. Sticker, just a fun piece of paper. You can journal on the back or use it in collage or make a tip-in with it. Beautiful lace trim. I think that has been folded over the top here as well. A lovely piece of the vintage paper there. I left the ties from the signature in the center. Another piece of paper to use at your leisure. And another couple of pieces in there as well. Another tag using different papers, beautiful lace from Lavish Laces, and the rag book paper. A tuck spot. Loving these vintage papers. It's not something I have a lot of, so it was such a pleasure to use them in a journal like this. I've used the stencil. Oh, I must have missed it the first time. The lovely stencil which came in a previous kit, and that is a tailor-made journals. Creative Expression. Jazella does have, she does carry a few Creative Expression things in her store also, so that's very useful. And it's such a pretty pattern. I did it in some white acrylic paint, so it's just there. And there we just have a card to journal on and some vellum to play with. More of the beautiful trims from Lavish Laces. Another, lots of tags and things, and then you can journal behind where they go. And this is like a utensil pocket with a doily around it and a little bit of sari silk, a bit of stenciling as well from that same stencil. Then just a tag, and this was an offcut. You can see where it's been folded. It was an offcut of paper left over, so I just used that to make a long tag, and that goes in there. Love this. On that side so we've got some beautiful cut out lace. I've cut it out of a larger piece and put it across the top there, and then I have a pocket down the bottom here with more lovely trim, and I've folded in an old envelope. I've folded it backwards. In there I've got another piece of vellum that can be used to play with. Of course, that's just paper clipped on there, and you can utilize the back of it as well. Another tag here, more of that lovely, what did I say that was? Not rice paper. Oh, got it down here. Onion paper. In the center here, I've used one of the laces, and I've put a couple of lines of stitching and then ruched it up and glued that in the middle there. Another lovely tag, using more of the lovely lace. Sticker and a doily. Another one of the envelopes with some more vellum that can be used to collage or decorate. Another one of the cards, like that. That's the lovely French applique. It's actually blue on the other side, but I tend to use it on the flip side. You get a hint of blue, but it's not too overpowering. A little bit of lace stapled on there, some more of the beautiful laces and trims. Another one of the memory pockets, some lace in the center there. And that thread, that's because I had to stitch the lace so it would stay in its spot while I was putting everything together. So I've just left that there. I've just folded some of the rag book paper because I love that kind of edge there over the edge of that paper. Another one of the word cards, and you may notice if we find the other one, let's have a look for it. Where's it hiding? Oh, it's disappeared. There it is. Okay. Can you see what it says? Hi. Just a bit of fun. Another little cluster there. Beautiful stenciling. In the center of this page, just a tag on the small side, and a larger one using that tissue paper, the decoupage paper, and then I cut out a floral image and put that on there. Once again, just a little bit of journal spot at the back there. Oh, I cut out, I think that was on the same paper as this, so I just cut it out and put it in the center there as well. More lace, more stenciling. Another one of those utensil holders. More ribbon and another large tag there. It's just a flip out. Little collage. A lovely flower petal. And I've edged with book paper there. Lovely laces. Another one of these cards here. They're old. I got them thrifting once. They're fun. They do have a part that goes up, but it just made it a little bit wide in the journal. Some more vellum. So I just evened it all out. That flower is also from Lavish Laces, down with this beautiful, beautiful lace. This is the lace that I used in the centre part that I ruched up. And that one is a little tag going up like that. And some papers on this side that you can use in collage work. Another tag made with the laces and the vintage papers. Piece of the trim, that's the one that's on the spine. A couple more scorecards there to use, and a large tag using the onion skin paper. And some fabric flowers and a mother of pearl button. This is a thicker trim, like a heavier coarse trim from Lavish Laces as well. And another postcard that can be utilised there. I folded a flower in half, and then I found a broken mother of pearl button. It was in my jar of buttons, and I thought, well, let's just try it. So I put it on the flower there, so that's a half button on a half flower. And that's the end of my journal. I hope you've enjoyed seeing that. It was lovely to use all the beautiful vintage papers in this journal. Usually I don't have that kind of pleasure, but it was really nice, and I can see why people enjoy using them so much, especially, you know, in a neutral coloured journal like this. It just really adds to it, rather than just lined papers and things, which I've always had to use because that's pretty much all I've had, apart from decorated papers or you know, for printables and things. So there we go. I hope you like that journal. This will be available in my Etsy store if anybody is interested. I will put the details to that in the description box below, along with all of the details for Lavish Laces. Just give you a little look. It's not too full. There's plenty of room for expansion in there as well. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and take care. Bye.